Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. There's not a lot going on today. It is a rather quiet day. That was expected. I told you in the last few videos that I expect not too much to go on Good Friday and maybe on the weekend. A few people have asked why is that the case, because isn't crypto running 24 hours? And yeah, of course, crypto is running 24 hours, but still there are, many institutions are closed. Many of the big players that would normally take part in the day-to-day trading and the day-to-day volatility, they are not doing anything on the weekend, so you have less volume. A lot of the big players sometimes contribute to 90% of the volume at times. Now you don't see that on Good Friday typically, because as I said, a lot of institutions are closed. So yeah, it is just a bank holiday in many countries, and some of the other markets, or for example, let's say the S&P 500, the stocks and shares market, is closed. And we've seen that recently, at least, the crypto market has been following the Nasdaq or the S&P 500 quite a bit. This, in my view, is at the moment sort of a coincidence, because it hasn't always been the case, and I think it will change at some point again. But at the moment, at least, there is some sort of a relationship, and so we just need to acknowledge that there is less going on in the markets, and therefore it is a rather quiet weekend. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. $40,430. In the previous video, we talked here about a potential head and shoulders that could be forming, where you have the left shoulder here, you've got your head here, and that might be the right shoulder, and you have basically this ascending trend line of the channel in which Bitcoin is trading as a neckline. That is, of course, still a possibility. My primary expectation is, though, that Bitcoin is going to climb up again into this target area in green. It obviously already reached it, but it did not reach the level with the highest likelihood that you would normally expect, and therefore I have to objectively expect that the price comes up once more. That would be the level around 42,340. That is the 38.2% fib level. So the 21.4 fib level was already reached, and that is far away for the absolute minimum that needs to be reached. That was reached. We moved down again. It turned around, we had a reaction to the target area, which is good. But first of all, we obviously found support again here, and we are now climbing back into the target area again. So at the moment, I just have to assume that. It could be different, but at the moment, I just have to assume it. So for now, we are climbing up again to the 21.4% fib level at nearly 41,000. In fact, we actually nearly reached that again, and that was here. Today, so just a few hours ago, we reached that area again. Found quite a strong reaction to it, so we bounced off that. For now, what is interesting to see that the price broke above this descending trend line. I showed you that descending trend line here yesterday, so you can see that where we had support first, then it became resistance, or at least we moved below that line again. Then we moved above it, below again, and now we're above it again. I'm gonna take the line out because it seems like here the price doesn't really respect that trend line again or anymore. Okay, so what we can see here, first of all, the price is currently trying to push above those previous highs. Yeah, so we made it above that one high here at 40,250 in a big push. Yeah, that was just one candle here, 1 hourly candle. A bit of profit taking going on there, and we came down again. But now we're struggling to get above that other high here at 40,650. That would be the next one. We're just trying to push through here. If the price cannot push through that, then we will see that head and shoulders pattern. So a rather bearish pattern where you're making a high, a higher high, and a lower high, which indicates some bearishness in the market. Yeah. The alternative would be that the price is going to push higher here above the 40,650 level. I would personally wait until the price is above 41,000, and that might be another opportunity for anybody who likes to go long. I'm not saying it's going to work out. Of course, you need to do your own trading management, but that might be another important level. It's a resistance level, certainly, because it is that 21.4% fib level. And if we break above that, that could lead to another increase, certainly to the next high, 41,500. Here, the 42,050 day moving average, and very close to that is also that 38.2% fib level. Obviously, as we came down here, told you there would be a price increase, so That obviously happened into the target area. Now the question is just, is this already the turnaround? Do we already start the sell-off, or do we hover around here a little bit and is the correction not finished? Currently looking like that could be the wave 4 already, but as I said, I primarily believe the wave 4 will be here around 42,300, so that this here is a bit of a more complex ABC correction. And for now, however, I leave the wave 4 here because this is the high at the moment and it has already completed the minimum requirements for that wave 4. So there is no guarantee it will come up higher. The wave requirements are fulfilled for that wave 4, and we could now start in that fifth wave. Showed you also in the previous video that we could already have seen here, because of the impulsiveness of that sell-off, that this could already be the wave 1, and we're now seeing a wave 2 and we're coming down again. So obviously a wave 5 here that would take the price into the target area. Now that is quite a long wave 5. Wave 5s can obviously be extended as well, but it could also become something more extended. Of course, we could, for example, end the wave 5 here. Overall, that might just become a larger wave 1. We will then go up in a wave 2 and again come down in wave 3, 4, 5. So this could only be the first wave of 5 waves to the downside, yeah, because a wave 5 here, yeah, consists of 5 waves, and that can of course be split up again into subwaves. So at the moment though, this is how I see it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, that wave 5 usually would not end here, it would end earlier. So we just need to see how the price then develops. So obviously, as we have the 5 waves here, it would make sense to then get into a wave 2, come down in a wave 3, that would be quite impulsive, move up in a wave 4 and 5. For now though, we're looking here at the wave 4 and have to expect another sell-off from this target area with the highest likelihood, a turnaround in which we continue the sell-off. If this happens on the weekend, on a bank holiday weekend, I don't know. Yeah, it is a quiet weekend, nevertheless more unpredictable, because on a weekend there are less people in the space, less volume. So someone with a certain budget will be able to influence the market easier, yeah, because there's generally less volume in the market. So that's what I'm looking out for here at the moment, this move above 41k, for example. If the price gets above that, I would then primarily expect here that $42,300 level to be reached. As long as we stay below that, there is obviously imminent downside potential. But even so, let's take a look, because I showed you that this here could have been already the wave 1 down and the wave 2 up, yeah, of the next wave. Let's take a look at the fib levels. If theoretically that wave 2 target was reached, because the minimum target for a wave 2 would be the 50% fib retracement. And in my earlier video that wasn't reached yet, but you can see here that the 50% fib retracement, that immediate, or the minimum target for a wave 2 correction is finished, is done. We even moved up to the 61.8, the most important Fibonacci level. And that is interesting now, because we reached the 61.8, a perfect target for a wave 2. So what that means is that in fact, yeah, we could already be ready here for done our first wave, which came down quite impulsively. Maybe this is here already the second wave top, and we could then come down in a wave 3. So this is possible as a package, because that higher degree wave 4 came into the target area. Yeah, it did what it needs to do, then came down impulsively, and that is what, yeah, is quite a strong message, isn't it? And now we are coming up in a wave 2. We did what we need to do in that wave 2, and we could now move down in wave 3. Let's just assume, let's play around here a little bit. If this here is the wave 2, where would now the wave 3 go? If this wave 2 is already complete, where would the wave 3 need to go? And for that we take the Fibonacci extensions. Wave 4, go down in a wave 1, come up in a wave 2, and then we see the minimum target for the next wave, which would be that wave 3, would be here, $37,664 level. Yeah, can also go, I would say, here into the region between 37,664 and 36,910. So this is where you could expect the wave 3 to go into. Okay. as a normal target, yeah, before we then have another wave 4 and a wave 5 down. So absolutely possible now. So let's see what the market does. And I think we have a long signal here above the 41K level. And I think we have a signal that we go down further below the previous low, and that would be below 39,200. That's currently my view. What we see here on the daily though is quite interesting. On the daily chart, the indicators, they are starting to turn around to the upside. So you can see that currently we are moving higher. We are reducing negative momentum on the daily chart. On that RSI, you can even see the stochastic RSI starting to turn around. And if this translates over onto the price, then this could become another buy signal. And as I just said, primarily I would still, even though this is perfectly valid, primarily I would still expect the price to push higher again into the price range. Here in that green box, yeah. But of course, if the price suddenly changes direction and below 39,200, I would change my view, and I think then that wave 1, 2 is complete, and we are already in a wave 3 down. That's currently my view here about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you really like the content, check out the channel membership, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And for all of that, you can find the links in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.